Greetings fellow investors and welcome to Nordic Finance. Today I will do my best to determine which is the best stockbroker available in Europe. I recently made a video where I talked about which I consider to be the best crypto broker in Europe, and this video will follow a similar format. Namely, first we're gonna establish a few criteria on which to evaluate the different stockbrokers available to us here in Europe, and then we're gonna rank the top 3, and I'm gonna walk you through the pros and cons of each of these top 3 brokers so that you can find out which one suits your needs the best. First, let us start with a general disclaimer though. In a lot of countries, there also exists local stockbrokers. Naturally, I won't be able to cover these in this video because they're not available to me. But sometimes these local stockbrokers also offer you certain tax benefits. For example, here in Finland, you can open what we call the equity savings account, where you can deposit up to 50,000 euros. And as long as you buy and sell stocks within that equity savings account, you don't pay any tax. But then when you take out the money from there, then you pay your tax. Similar options might exist in your country, and I really implore you to research this first, because this is one of those things that is going to make the biggest difference, all things considered. So check out first, are there any way basically to save on taxes available to me in my own country? Because there might be. With that little disclaimer out of the way, what are the criteria we will use to evaluate our potential stockbrokers? First of all, we have security. When it comes to security, I really want to see 2-step verification or other secure logins, as well as some sort of investor protection. Investor protection, I mean that the money basically that you invest is insured. So if it gets stolen, the stockbroker offers you some form of protection against it. Second thing I want to see is also really important. We talk about this a lot on the channel, small commissions and overall fees. You want as little of the money as you invest to end up in fees and commissions. Then, of course, we also want to see a broad choice of stocks and ETFs. I would really like to see demo accounts, or what you call paper trading accounts. What this basically allows you to do is trade using fake money, or you have a virtual portfolio where you get 100,000 fake euros or US dollars, and you can jump in, get your toes wet and try it out, because it's going to work in the same exact way, except that if you make a mistake, you're not going to lose any money, and if it goes well, you're not going to gain any money either. But it's a really good way to gain some initial confidence and learn some good lessons. Then I would also like to see great customer support, ease of use / convenience, meaning that I want the interface to make sense, and preferably that the broker also has an app that you can use on your phone. Finally, it's a great bonus if they have the ability to buy cryptocurrencies. Okay, those are the 7 criteria that we're going to use to evaluate. The rules for this little evaluation will be very simple. If you pass a criteria, you gain +1 point. If you don't pass a criteria, you get 0 points. In addition, I will walk you through how the top 3 picks did on all of these criteria. This will allow you to make better choices for yourself, and then you can make a good decision about which of these brokers feel like a good fit for you. So let's present our candidates. There are actually a lot of stockbrokers available to Europeans. However, not all of the brokers I will present will be available in all European countries, so make sure that the one you decide to use is available in your home country. A simple Google search will suffice for you to find out that information. Candidates that we're going to go through are Degiro, eToro, Trading 212, Plus500, Interactive Brokers, as well as Bitpanda. So 6 alternatives all in all. And look, I know there are a lot more stockbrokers available in Europe than these, but here we have some of the, I think, more well-known names, more established names, and I'm certain that we will find a good fit for most people among these 6 brokers. So let's jump into the competition. Okay, so a little bit surprisingly, we have 2 clear winners, and then the rest are kind of not great in different ways. Look, let me explain. Let's start with eToro, for example. eToro is definitely a clear 3rd place. However, there is one teeny problem that I didn't really like. It acts like it's all, oh, no fees, you don't have to pay any commissions when you buy or sell. However, if you live in Europe, you're gonna have euros, right? On eToro, however, you can only buy or sell in dollars. So you have to convert your euros to dollars, and it actually has a reasonably high conversion fee. Like, it's nothing major. In the end, it's only 0.1%, but that is still higher, I believe, than what normal conversion fees usually are. So I wasn't a great fan of that. So I decided to take half a minus point for that. Still, definitely makes it a clear number 3 on the list. Now, the other candidates that didn't do so well was first plus 500, which actually was surprisingly good. I liked it a lot until I noticed that all they really trade are CFDs, or contracts for differences. What is a CFD, you might ask? Imagine that you want to buy some gold. Now, instead of actually buying gold, physical gold, you're going to buy a piece of paper that says if the price of gold increases by X amount, you're going to make that difference. I don't really like this. I'm a bit biased here. Look, I think it goes against the whole mentality of invest for the long run, like invest in real assets that you hold that go up in value. Also, these are illegal in the United States, for example, which isn't a problem in of itself, but it sort of hints at them being not like really as good, maybe. There are also like pros with them, definitely, but I don't think a beginner should be involved in them. There's just like, it's so easy to go out on leverage and just like making mistakes because you don't have the margin to back it up and so on. So I just think CFD is not a great choice if you're a beginner, and that's why I actually put 1 minus point for that part. Plus, they also have inactivity fees, which I didn't like at all either. So this means that if you're away for a couple of months, you're going to have to start paying money each month that you do not make a trade. Don't like that at all. Apart from that, decent platform, but not great for beginners, really, in my opinion. And like most of the most famous investors you've ever heard of, they're like so adamant about stick to basics. Like, you don't have to get fancy with it. You don't have to do any leverage. Just like buy good companies and hold them for a long time. Like, Peter Lynch would back me up on this. Warren Buffett would definitely back me up on this. Charlie Munger for sure would back me up on this. So that's why I decided to give it like 2 minus points in total for that. The inactivity fees and the CFDs. Then we have interactive brokers. Really liked it at first. Seemed like great options. Filled many of our criteria. However, when I started diving a bit deeper into feedback, customer feedback, I found a concerning amount of people that all said the same thing. Namely that they have had some sort of troubles gaining back their money when they try to withdraw from the account, which, let's face it, is a major problem. And like, they might have fixed this now. This might not no longer be an issue, but I still really wanted to warn you about that, and I couldn't like in clear conscience not say anything about that, because if you invest your money and then you can't get it back, that defeats the whole freaking purpose. So minus for that. And I don't recommend it for that reason alone. Finally, Bitpanda. Bitpanda was alright. Nothing inherently wrong with it. It was just like it didn't fulfill some of the criteria that I had set for it. No demo account. Customer support wasn't that great. Didn't seem very easy to use according to reviews. Might still be a good fit for you if you like it. Nothing against Bitpanda, but just I felt like there were better alternatives on this list. So let's talk about the clear winners. We have Degiro, which both me and Marcus uses, and Trading 212. Degiro is perhaps the one I'm the most comfortable recommending, and of course biased against it because it's the one I use in addition to Nordnet, and Marcus also, so it's the one I definitely know the most about. These other, you need to take what I say with a grain of salt because I haven't used them that much except for the demo accounts on Trading 212 and eToro, so those I know a little bit about. Going back to Degiro, recently they also implemented a 0 commission deal whenever you buy or sell on the US stock market, which is just fantastic in my opinion. Trading 212 of course also does not have any trading fees, and moreover they have a great demo account, which Degiro doesn't have. I know also, for example, that Mark Tilbury recommends this app, and overall it filled every single one of our criteria, except you cannot buy any cryptocurrencies, which you also cannot do on Degiro. If this is not an issue, I can easily recommend both Degiro and Trading 212. However, if you really want to get into cryptocurrencies, I strongly recommend that you check out the 3 best crypto exchanges in Europe video I mentioned earlier. Now when you hopefully have found the right stockbroker for yourself, you might still feel lost regarding what you should invest in as your first choice. Don't worry, in this video me and Marcus walk you through what we consider to be the top 3 ETFs available to European investors. So please check that out. It's an especially good choice for beginners.